In this video, we are going to solve some questions based on the parallelograms and how to find the centroid of a triangle using the section formula, right? So let's see what is the question. The question says if the points A, B, C and D form a parallelogram, find the values of A and B, right? So what we will do is we'll draw a parallelogram like this, and he's saying that it is having a point A whose coordinates are -2 and -1. Then we have B, 1, 0. Then we have C as A and 3, and we also have D as 1 and B, right? Now, he wants us to calculate the value of A and B using section formula, obviously. Now, for this we need to know the property of a parallelogram. Now, we know that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, right? What does that mean? It means that the midpoint of the diagonal AC and the midpoint of diagonal BD is same, right? Let's call this midpoint as O. So the diagonals bisect each other, so midpoint is same. So making use of that, we will calculate the values of A and B. Now let's first calculate this O, that is midpoint of diagonal DB. We know that O is the midpoint of diagonal DB. Let's calculate this midpoint. So midpoint of BD will be, we know how to calculate that. If this is x1, y1, this will be x2, y2. So x1 plus x2 by 2. What is x1? 1 plus, what is x2? 1 divided by 2. Fine. And what will be its y coordinate? y1 plus y2 by 2. That is b plus 0 by 2. Right? So does it mean the midpoint of BD is 2 by 2 and B by 2? What is 2 by 2? 2 by 2 is 1 and B by 2 are the coordinates of the midpoint of diagonal BD. Fine. Let's now calculate the midpoint of diagonal AC. So midpoint of AC will be, now this is x1 and y1 for this diagonal, and this is x2 and y2. Will it be x1 plus x2 by 2? What is x1? Minus 2. What is x2? Plus a by 2. And y1 plus y2 by 2. What is y1? Minus 1. What is y2? Plus 3 divided by 2, right? So this becomes minus 2 plus a upon 2, and this becomes 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 by 2 is 1, right? So we have calculated the midpoint of BD. We have calculated the midpoint of AC. Now we are saying that midpoint of BD is equal to midpoint of AC. As you can see that midpoint is same. So can we equalize these two values? This is the midpoint of BD and this is the midpoint of AC. That means the x coordinate of midpoint of BD will be equal to the x coordinate of midpoint of AC, right? So I can write 1 is equal to minus 2 plus a upon 2. If I cross multiply, I will get 2 is equal to minus 2 plus a. If I shift this to this side, I'll get 4 equal to a. I have calculated the value of a. So he wanted me to calculate the value of a. Now, does it mean that y coordinate of midpoint of BD is equal to the y coordinate of midpoint of AC? Yes. So B by 2 is equal to 1. Does that mean B is equal to 1? Right? This is how you have to make use of the properties. This is 2 into 1 is 2. This is how you have to make use of the properties to find the coordinates of either the vertices or the point where the diagonals meet or intersect. Another question. Now here he is saying that the three vertices of parallelogram ABCD which are taken in order are this, this and this. Find the coordinates of the fourth vertex of the parallelogram. So let's make a parallelogram. So what are the coordinates of A? -1 and 0. What are the coordinates of B? You have to take them in order. You can't take them randomly. Then you have C, which is 2 and 2. And the fourth vertex we don't know. Let us keep it X and Y. This is what we have to calculate. Now, here again we'll make use of the property that the diagonals bisect each other and they have the same midpoint, and that is O. Right? So, tell me what is the midpoint of AC now? We can calculate the midpoint of AC. So, midpoint of AC is, this is its x1, this is y1, and this is x2 and this is y2. x1 plus x2 by 2. So x1 is -1, x2 is 2 divided by 2. And what is its y coordinate? y1 plus y2 by 2. That is 0 plus 2 by 2. So does it mean this is 1 by 2 and this is 2 by 2, which is 1? So we have calculated the midpoint of AC, the coordinates of the midpoint of AC, which is 1 by 2 and 1, right? Now let's calculate the midpoint of BD. Okay. What will be that? If this is x1, y1, this will be x2 and y2. So midpoint of BD will be x1 plus x2 by 2. That is 3 plus x by 2. And its y coordinate will be 1 plus y by 2. Right? Now we are saying that midpoint of AC is equal to the midpoint of BD, which is the property of a parallelogram. Right? So we can write here that midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. What is the midpoint of AC? 1 by 2. What is the x coordinate? That means their x coordinates are same and y coordinates will be same, right? So does it mean that 1 by 2 is equal to 3 plus x by 2? 2 and 2 will go. 1 minus 3 is equal to x, minus 2 equal to x. So we have calculated the x coordinate of this D vertex. Similarly, the y coordinates will also be same. So 1 is equal to 1 plus y by 2 cross multiply. 2 is equal to 1 plus y. 2 minus 1 equal to y. So your y is equal to 1. So what are your coordinates of D now? X is minus 2 and your y is 1. Fine. So we have calculated the x coordinate as minus 2 and y coordinate as 1. Now another one. He is saying that find the lengths of the medians of triangle whose vertices are A is given this, B is given this and C is given this. Also find the coordinates of the centroid of the triangle. Now before we proceed, actually this is a board question. This was asked in the board in 2014. Now before we proceed further, let's see how we calculate the centroid of a triangle. Now before that also we need to know what is a centroid. Now suppose this is a triangle A, the coordinates are x1 and y1, A, B, the vertex B has coordinates as x2 and y2, and vertex C has coordinates as x3 and y3, right? Now median, where the point where all the medians of this triangle, AD is the median, right? Because it divides the space into two equal parts. Similarly, BF is the median because it divides this into two equal parts, and CE is also the median. It divides this side into two equal parts. So the point where all the medians meet is called the centroid, right? So what is the centroid of a triangle? The point where all the medians of a triangle meet, and it's generally denoted by capital G. Now the point is, how do we calculate the coordinates of this median? So coordinates of this median are calculated as x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is how you calculate the x and y coordinate of a centroid, right? Okay. Now let's go back to the question. He's saying that find the lengths of the medians of triangle ABC. Now we have a triangle ABC here, and the coordinates of the vertices are -1 and 3. B is 1 and -1, and C is 5 and 1. Fine. Now he wants us to find the lengths of the medians. Lengths of the medians means if we drop a median from A to CB as D, then D will be the midpoint of this side. Now I know how to calculate this midpoint D. How? x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So here what will be my coordinates of D? 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I got the x coordinate of this point as 3. Then y coordinate 1 plus -1, that becomes 0 by 2. So this becomes 3 and 0. Similarly, if I want to drop a median from C to AB, it will divide this into two equal parts. Then F becomes the midpoint of AB. Now I can calculate the coordinates of F. How? x1 plus x2 by 2. So x1 plus x2 becomes 0 by 2 becomes 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I got the coordinates of F also, right? Now, if I drop a median from this side to AC, it will divide it into two equal parts. Then E becomes the midpoint of this line AC. How do I calculate the coordinates of this AC now? E now. It will be x1 plus x2 by 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. I got the coordinates of this as 2 and 2. Now it's easy for me to calculate the lengths of these medians. How? I can calculate the length of AD as, by the distance formula, as this. Now if you consider AD, for AD this becomes x1, this becomes y1, this becomes x2, and this becomes y2. x2 minus x1, how much is that? 3. Minus and minus becomes 1 plus 1 whole square plus y2, that is 0, minus y1, that is minus 3 ka whole square. So AD becomes under root of 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 square is 16. 16 plus 3 square is 9. So this becomes under root of 25, which is 5. So your AD is 5 units. You have calculated the length of AD. Similarly, you can calculate the length of CF. So how will you calculate the length of CF now? This is now x1, y1 and this becomes x2, y2. x2 minus x1, that means 0 minus 5 whole square, plus y2 minus y1, that becomes 1 minus 1. Sorry, 1 minus 1, yes, whole square. So how much is that? Your CF is equal to under root of 25. How much is 25 plus 0? So your CF is 5, right? CF is 5 units. Then you will find for BE. This becomes x1, y1. This becomes x2, y2. So BE, if you want to find the length, x2 minus x1, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 1 square, plus y2 minus y1, so 2 plus 1 becomes 3 whole square. So this becomes 1 plus 9, which is under root of 10 units. So you have found the lengths of the medians of triangle ABC. Now he wants you to calculate the centroid of this triangle. How do we calculate the centroid, coordinates of the centroid? We calculate it as x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So what is my centroid here? Okay, let's see what is x1 minus 1, what is x2 plus 5, what is x3 plus 1, right? Divided by 3. Then what is y1? It is 3. What is y2? It is 1. And what is y3? It is minus 1. Divided by 3. So my centroid is 1 and 1 will go. So 5 by 3. Here 1 and 1 will go. 3 by 3 is 1. So I have calculated the centroid of this triangle. Coordinates of the centroid of this triangle.